All right, another biggie here. The warrior is willing to do what? I can't hear you. Period. No ifs, no ands, no buts, no excuses. Whatever it takes. Listen closely. For a warrior, failure is not an option. You're dead. Mediocrity is not an option. You're wounded. Success is an absolute must. There's no alternatives. Now, most people in our society, unfortunately, have become very, very soft. Another word is wimps. They have dozens of conditions around their success and around their actions. They're only willing to do certain times, certain things, certain people. They're only willing to succeed if it's easy, if it's convenient, if it's comfortable, if there's not a lot of risk, if they're going to look good and everybody's going to like them. Sure, I'll do whatever it takes, except I really don't want to travel very much. And I don't want to move, or I don't want to deal with that person or this person, or I don't want to make cold calls, or I don't want to work weekends, or I don't want to have to sell something, or I don't want to have to study every night or get up at 6 a.m. But other than that, I'll do whatever it takes. This is not being willing to do whatever it takes. This is not unconditional action. This is making your success conditional. What's the word? Around certain situations all being in place, and then it's okay for you to succeed. Here's the problem. The problem is, chances are those perfect conditions will hardly ever come together, and therefore neither does your success. Do you get it? If you base your success and happiness on certain things all being in place, you have a problem. Why? Because those things hardly ever come into place, and therefore neither does your happiness or success. You've created a box where success and happiness can fit in, and that box hardly ever comes together. It's a puzzle that has to be just as perfect, and then everything will be okay. But the puzzle doesn't seem to come. Your success has to be devoid of the puzzle. It doesn't matter what the puzzle looks like. Do you understand? If you are willing to do whatever it takes, it's period over now. Whatever it takes means what? Whatever it takes. The conditions that you have set up as to what you are willing to do and not do are the only obstacles holding you back from getting anything you really want. The enlightened warrior has no conditions. He or she allows nothing or no one, especially themselves, to get in their way. A few years ago, I was doing an evening program in Edmonton, Canada. And this lady, who was a fairly well-to-do lady, fairly successful, quite successful actually, real estate, she wanted to have a meeting with me. She'd been asking for quite some time. And I know she was very successful. So I said, you know what? I really don't have any time right now. However, what I'll do is in the morning, I have to go to the airport. If you want to come for some coffee or breakfast or something, meet downstairs and give me a ride to the airport. You know, you can drive me if you want. We'll talk then. She says, great. So that was the only arrangement. There was, 100 people in the line starting to talk and, signing stuff and everything. And so, she just kind of left. I get a phone call at 6:15 in the morning in my hotel, and it's her. And she was like shaking. She goes, oh my gosh, it's hard. I didn't get the time from you. I didn't know if I should call now or what. Are you a morning person or an afternoon or a night person? And even though I was groggy, I said, I am a whatever I have to be at the time person. What would you like? And she just stopped, and there was silence. I thought she hung up. And then I heard her start to cry. I didn't know what it was all about. And then she came back and she said, I'm fairly successful, but I know I'm a 1 out of a 10. And you just hit exactly what my problem is. I'm one of those people, I've always painted myself as a night person. I'm no good in the mornings. Anybody know people who say, don't even talk to me before I've had my coffee? Imagine you're a warrior. You're in the tent. They're coming all around. And there's 18 guys standing there with arrows, and you're going, hold on. I haven't had my coffee yet. Haven't had my coffee yet. Or I'm no good in the mornings. I'm no good in the, in the afternoon after lunch, I can't do anything. You're right. You're dead. You understand? There's no specific time. Yeah, maybe you're sharper at certain level, at certain times a day. So freaking what? So that's when you're an 11. You understand? Yes. A warrior is whoever they have to be in the moment. Say it. I am a warrior. I am whoever I have to be in the moment. Just make a high five and say, you are a warrior. A warrior is willing to do whatever it takes. It doesn't mean you always have to, though, because the key word is what? Willing. What's the word? How many people notice that sometimes it seems as though life tests us to see our strength of desire and fortitude? And if our energy is weak, nothing seems to happen in our favor. But if our energy is strong, it seems like the universe bends over backwards to support us. Yes or yes? G.H. Murray, the Himalayan expedition, one of my favorite sayings, he said this. He said, when one is committed, providence moves too. Let me hear you say it. When one is committed, providence moves too. What does that mean? That's right. When you commit, when you are fully there, 1,000%, when you are willing to do what it takes, very often you don't have to. If you ever notice it. Another way of saying that for more spiritually based people is this. God helps those who help themselves. Have you ever heard that before? Do you live it? Either way, you have to do your part and do whatever it takes to get the job done. I have a saying I use in my life. Listen closely. Over, under, around, or through, whatever it takes, I'll do. Let me hear you. Say it again. Over, under, around, or through, whatever it takes, I'll do. It's my high five and say, you are a warrior.